Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys I just wanted to do a quick little video, I guess you could say a discussion, kind of like a little rant I guess you could say to some degree as well. And as you probably can see by the title of this video, you know exactly what I'm going to be talking about. So let's first define the word noob. So what do we associate a noob? Somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. Somebody who is new to the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And doesn't know the mechanics, doesn't know what they're doing, doesn't know how to properly build a deck, doesn't know a mechanic like XYZ, Synchro, Pendulum. They're a noob. They're a new player to the game. That's how I've always thought of it. Or you can call them a scrub if that's the way you feel. Either way, I wouldn't say these terminologies to somebody I did not know because really it's insulting, I feel like. But I can't tell you how many times at locals we've just done this to each other like, hey noob, that's a noob move. You're such a scrub. Dude, why is that card not freaking hollow, man? Why do you have to play with a common BLS? We do it all the time at locals, and it's fine and it's great fun to do that at locals with your buddies. Just don't go out in real life or be online and be that douchebag that does that stuff. I mean it. It's not cool, dude. It's a freaking ass move. Just saying, word to the wise. But all that aside, that is the terminology of what a noob is. Somebody that is new to the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't know a mechanic, is being introduced to the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And like I said by the title of this video, weren't we all noobs at some point in this game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Think about it. Sit there and think about it for a quick second. And you'll probably say, yeah, I remember when I used to do dot. You know, for me, for example, when I was a kid, what was I? Probably 12 years old, I think it was, when Yu-Gi-Oh! First started. And me and my brother went to Toys R Us, after I saw the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Show, and my friends at school had started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! This is after the Pokemon craze of the late 90s. We went to Toys R Us. We freaking got a Dark Magician tin, a Blue Eyes tin, 2 Blue Eye structure decks, I think it was, or 3 Blue Eye structure decks, and my brother got 2 Dark Magician structure decks, and like a Summon Skull tin. We come home, we open everything up, we try to make a deck using the cards we think are cool, had no idea what the freak we were doing, had our paper playmats out. I remember exactly on the floor where we were dueling. To the day I sold the house a year ago, I remember exactly where we were dueling at that first night. Right in front of the middle of the hallway, my grandmother's like, move out of the way of the hallway! Everybody's walking. Apologize guys, I still got a cold here. But beside that, we didn't know what we were doing. We were just like playing off the show. Oh my gosh, Summon Skull, Celtic Guardian. And we freaking were like, normal summon Blue Eyes, normal summon Dark Magician, doing all these crazy things. Not properly tribute summoning, etc. Heck, I remember exactly, we actually thought MST negated cards. We really did not know that that's not really in the context of what MST was trying to say to us. We make fun of it now as adults probably, and people that have played this game for a long time. Oh, MST negates. But really, probably when we were kids, you probably thought the same exact thing, that MST negated something. It was the best card next to Solemn Judgment. Beside the point there. But yes, I mean heck, even at school, I remember for a fact, we used to do the same thing. Play just like the TV show, at recess, doing lunch breaks, whatever. And you think about it now, and we look back on it and we say, we make fun of it now as adults and older people probably, but looking back on it, we laugh at ourselves and say, oh, you silly, silly boy, you did not know what the heck you were doing. That's an adult self looking at our younger self. But even players from the newer generation of the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably have the same problem. I mean, or players even for that matter that played Yu-Gi-Oh! Back when they were younger as a kid and are now getting back into the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! They will be noobs even though they probably know the proper mechanics and everything. They are going to have to learn probably what a synchro summoning is, how to properly synchro summon, what is a pendulum summoning, how to properly pendulum summoning, what's an XYZ summon, how do I conduct an XYZ, what's the proper ruling for when I, detach this card and it goes to the graveyard? Remember how Sangan confused so many people originally? Does Sangan its effect or not? Back when the Sangan rulings and before Sangan got banned and all that with Tour Guide and all that craziness back a couple years ago. It's been a while now, come to think of it, but beside the point, even new players coming into the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Have to learn how to be, have to go through those steps and those growing pains to become a good player in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And even players that were good back in the day coming back into the game, if they haven't played in years, they're going to have to still learn and grow and have to be noobs all over again. And so I say to you, just about everyone that has played this game of Yu-Gi-Oh! At some point in time in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was most likely a noob. So, just remember that next time you start calling random people out on the internet. Hey noob! Hey scrub! Remember, at some point in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! You will probably consider that noob or that scrub. Just a thought, just something I want to talk about, so you guys can remember that. So, as I end this video here, remember to choose your words wisely when you're on the internet, around friends. And just you can even talk about this at your locals. Reminisce about the good old days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Back before you knew the proper rulings of the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And you thought Blue Eyes White Dragon was a god. I still do. But beside the point, guys. Take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. And I'll see you guys next time. And remember, as I end this video, finally, that if you do see a noob, or somebody that's having trouble learning the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or relearning the game of Yu-Gi-Oh!, offer a helping hand to them. Show them the ropes, explain things to them as best you can, and try to help them out. Because it's better to help somebody out in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Than to just make fun of them. Because the more players we have in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh!, the more fun it will be, and the more longer this game will last. Just a thought. Take care, everybody. I'll see you next time.